What's up, everybody? This is Carmine Davis, and you are watching and listening to the Carmine Davis Show. Okay, what's tea? All right, let's get in and get out. Okay, so I'm feeling a little bit better post the election. It's been a week since we got the results that supervillain Donald J. Trump is elected president. But we move on. As Black people, we know how to survive these things, right? So we're moving on to the hot topics. We're going to start back like how we usually do. Let's keep the vibe going. Let's get into the show. Before we do, make sure you guys subscribe, rate, and review this podcast. I don't do it for my health. And you guys follow us on all of our socials. Instagram.com/Carmine Davis, Instagram.com/Carmine Davis Show, TikTok.com/@Carmine Davis, Facebook.com/Carmine Davis, and X.com/Carmine Davis. Let's get into these hot topics. The first one coming up from lovebscott.com. Charlemagne the God says it's fine to misgender rich white man Caitlyn Jenner because she voted for Trump. Let's hear him out. Radio personality Charlemagne the God is telling his viewers they no longer need to put forth the effort to respect Caitlyn Jenner's pronouns since she voted for Donald Trump. Jenner publicly came out as a trans woman in 2015, and despite Trump's consistent threats against transgender rights, has been one of the former president's most vocal supporters. That, Charlemagne said Monday, has earned her target of this week's roasting segment.
Let's go to Caitlyn Jenner. Now, Caitlyn Jenner is a transgender. I think. I don't know anymore. I just know she doesn't identify as whatever she was born as. His mama used to call him Bruce, but now we call her Caitlyn. So yes, Caitlyn is trans, but she is a huge Donald Trump supporter. I would even say Donald Trump D-rider. In fact, she made an offer to Donald Trump after his election win. She said not only does she support Trump, she wants to work in his administration. Okay, Caitlyn Jenner, as a transgender, you just look like a devil damn fool, glazing Trump and Elon the way you are after hearing stuff like that. Now, I don't have a problem choosing issues over identity, but not if one of the issues is somebody trying to erase the existence of my identity altogether. Once again, I'm not debating you on any of the trans stuff that Trump just said. I'm just talking about the principle. How could you, Caitlyn, support someone that is absolutely trying to erase your existence? I'm just asking. Okay, Caitlyn.
If it's one thing this election has taught me is people really do vote their interest, and their interest is not attached to their identity. And I must say it's fascinating to me. He said, pointing not only to Jenner's support of Donald Trump, but also the large swath of Latino voters he won over despite promising mass deportations. I just find it fascinating, he continued, and that is also how I feel about Caitlyn, because Caitlyn is trans, but she is a huge Donald Trump supporter. From the past week, Jenner posted a photo of herself on X with Trump and Elon Musk and wrote that they single-handedly saved Western civilization and that she is here and at their service. Some publications interrupted the statement as an offer to serve in Trump's administration, but Jenner clarified on X that is taken as misleading. And my stance remains unchanged, as entirely supportive of the president since 2015, emphasizing a commitment to serve if called upon. Girl, like, what, you think they're going to draft your bitch ass? Like, anyway, Charlemagne wasn't buying it. It sounds to me like Caitlyn wants his next gender reassignment surgery sponsored by SpaceX, the host said, using male pronouns for Jenner. He wants his testicles replaced for Teslas. He wants to have the Tesla of vaginas and put it on autopilot, and it plays with itself. Charlamagne also took issue with another one of Jenner's posts from the weekend, where she said she can no longer in good faith hold on to her Glamour Magazine Woman of the Year award, since it has become clear in speaking with many families, men and women, the distraught nature this acceptance of this award still brings them today. Well, Joshua was a little too late. The host argued, as the former athlete and reality show star already took advantage of all the privilege that came with being trans. Charlemagne added, Caitlyn Jenner, as a transgender, you just look like a devil damn fool glazing Trump and Elon the way you are after hearing stuff like that. Now, I don't have a problem choosing issue over identity, but no, not if one of those issues is somebody trying to erase the existence of my identity altogether. Charlamagne concluded that the privilege Jenner wields makes her nothing more than a rich white male. That's why I keep calling him when I shouldn't be, he explained, and that identity, pun intended, trumps all. He kind of cooked. Okay. Look, okay, so this show is pro-gay, pro-black, pro-woman, right? Caitlyn, when it's convenient for her, is two of those three things. But the way she's stepping makes her none of those things, right? So, I'm going to continue to call her, right? And do the right thing for my people as a member of the LGBTQ community, IA community, all of those things. I think it's important for me to still keep stepping with my respect in tow, because it's not just her that I'm speaking about. I am speaking to her identity, even though she doesn't fuck with us. And I spoke about this on a previous episode of the Carmine Davis Show, where I kind of raked her and Monroe Flame under the coals. Shout out to Monroe Flame. She follows us on Instagram. She's watched the show. I would love to have you on. But my issue is, I think that it is, I think any Trump supporter is a self-hater, period. Like, you have to have a certain amount of hate for yourself to choose that man. I think we need to have a study, like, and see if there are any happy, truly happy Trump supporters, right? But I think that Caitlyn is I don't want her over here. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like, I don't want Caitlyn over here representing. I don't want her to sit with us. I don't think she is a part of the equation when it comes to LGBTQIA. Like, I don't want her over here. I said that before. I don't think she should be included in any of our issues, because she doesn't include us in any of hers. So I think I'm gonna let them jump her. I'm gonna let Charlamagne get his big one on that one. So I'm gonna let land dogs lay. I think it is important for us to fight, but I also think sometimes we have to know when to look away. And in this case, I'm gonna look away. Let Charlamagne cook a little bit. Leave a comment below if you understand where I'm coming from. I'm gonna look away on this one. Leave a comment below. Let's move on to the next hot topic. But before we do, make sure you guys follow, subscribe, rate, and review this podcast. I don't do it for my health. Follow us on all of our socials: Instagram.com/Carmine Davis, Instagram.com/Carmine Davis Show, Twitter.com/Carmine Davis, TikTok.com/@Carmine Davis, Facebook.com/Carmine Davis. We're gonna move on to the next hot topic. This next hot topic from LoveyScott.com: Britney Spears reunites with 18-year-old son Jayden after years of estrangement. Good news, good news, good news. Despite of years of rumored estrangement, it seems Britney Spears has finally reconnected with one of her sons. On Monday, November 11th, the source tells People that the pop star, 42, recently reunited with her and Kevin Federline's son, Jayden James, 18. The teen has been visiting his mom in Los Angeles, and the mother-son duo hang out at her home, the source shares. Spears and Federline also share son Sean Preston, 19, in May 2023. The singer consented to both of their children moving to Hawaii with their father. Federline's attorney, Mark Vincent Kaplan, told People at the time, "It's an opportunity for Kevin and his wife, and the boys are ready to get away from the LA microscope," he said. Another source confirmed to People that the former dancer first reached out to his ex-wife earlier that month for permission to move. Britney has always faithfully supported her children and wants them to be happy, the insider said. The boys now reside with their dad, wife Victoria Prince, and their two children, Peyton, 8, and Jordan, 11. Federline cited additional professional opportunities for himself as a result for the move, and a job offer for Prince from a Hawaiian university. Okay, so I think this is a good sign. Like, people always want to bring up Britney and her mental state and all that. Like, I'm about to start putting up a camera, some lingerie, and start dancing in my living room, because, like, what is going on? Like, what's going on in the world? And, like, I think people like to criticize a lot of what Britney does, and I think people need to look at it like she's trying to find her joy. And I feel like the way she treated her kids is a direct reflection of what her mental state is. And I think that the fact that she wants her children to be happy, respectful, and taken care of is proof that she's well. I think people like to look at her as a microscope. And I think there's a lot of projection when we deal with Britney. Britney's living her life, and I'm glad that her baby came home. I'm sure he's 19. I'm sure them checks stopped, you know, so that might have something to do with it. But so what? He's also over there with 5 other, kids. You've been with your mama and your daddy, or your stepdaddy, or your stepmama and your daddy for a couple of months or a year or so. You miss your mama. So congratulations to Britney. Shout out to, all the bad bitches winning. It doesn't matter where it starts, it's how it ends. And I hope that Britney is having a great relationship with her kids. Leave a comment below. What do you think about this reuniting of one of her kids? I hope the other one comes around. I love to see Britney happy and healthy. Let's move on to the next hot topic. But before we do, make sure you follow us on all of, make sure you subscribe, rate, and review this podcast. And I'll do it for my health. Make sure you guys follow us on all of our socials: Instagram.com/Carmine Davis, Instagram.com/Carmine Davis Show, TikTok.com/Carmine Davis, TikTok.com/Carmine Davis, Facebook.com/Carmine Davis, Twitter.com/Carmine Davis, all the @Carmine Davis is. And we're going on to the next hot topic from LoveYouSky.com. Denzel Washington says Ryan Coogler is writing him a Black Panther 3-part. All right. This is exactly what we need right now. Okay, Denzel Washington says the next Black Panther film is among the carefully curated projects on his slate. Marvel Studios has not officially confirmed that the 3rd film in the Black Panther franchise is in the works, but actor Denzel Washington on Tuesday indicated that there is and that he will have a role. When speaking on today's show on Australia Channel 9 as part of the Gladiator 2 press junket, Washington said that director Ryan Coogler is writing a part for him in the next Black Panther film. When asked about his future plans, Washington said that at this point in my career, I'm only interested in working with the best. I don't know how many more films I will make, probably not that many. I want to do things that I haven't done. I played Othello at 22. I'm not going to play it at 70. He continued. After that, I'm playing Hannibal. After that, I've been talking with Steve McQueen about a film. After that, Ryan Coogler is writing a part for me in the next Black Panther. Black Panther has become one of MCU's signature franchises, with the 2018 film starring Chadwick Boseman, Lupita Nyong'o, and Michael B. Jordan's garnering not only critical acclaim but massive box office hauls, earning more than $1.3 billion. I hope so. Look, I loved Angela Bassett. Spoiler alert, she died in the last Black Panther movie, so we need some of that old school Hollywood Black actor in it. And ain't nobody like Angela Bassett, but Denzel Washington is always good to look at, and he's always bringing it. So I'm here for it. Leave a comment below if you are excited to see what Denzel Washington brings to the Black Panther film franchise. Is he gonna be Black Panther child? Because they still need a Black Panther. My money is on that they find somebody younger, and somebody like reboot it into FA, because he died. So sadly, God, rest in peace, Chadwick. But what's the plan? I know they got the girl who I would love to see, the sister. But I feel like I want them to go back on Black Panther. You know what I mean? Like, I would love them to go back into the time like the 70s or some shit like that, at the beginning of when Black Panther was young and fresh. So maybe they'll reboot it and take us back to the 70s. Any MCU, like Marvel, comic book nerds, in the comments, let me know what you guys think that Denzel Washington's character would be. Because I know a lot of you guys follow it. The movies aren't too far from the comic book. So maybe you guys might have an idea who he might play. Leave a comment below. And that's the show. Make sure you guys follow, subscribe, and review this podcast. I don't do it for my health. Make sure you guys follow us on all of our socials. Instagram.com/Carmine Davis. Instagram.com/Carmine Davis Show. TikTok.com/@Carmine Davis. Twitter.com/Carmine Davis. Facebook.com/Carmine Davis. @Carmine Davis everywhere. I love y'all.